All right, looks like we're live. We are back in the building. Happy Friday. This your boy Vipe. You are watching Bears Yard right here on YouTube. And I wanted to go live today because we got some updates. Now, before I go too deep into these updates, I just want to let you all know that some of this information, it may be... Hold on, let me mute myself. Hold on. There we go. Before we go live today, I just want to let you all know that some of these updates, they may be true. They may not be true. I don't know. But I'm quoting from people that have been accurate in the past. They have broken some Bears news on Twitter and different things like that. So I'm going off of that. So that's where I'm coming from with this. And hopefully they're correct. I don't know. But we shall see. Obviously, we'll have to figure out how this stuff plays out in the days and weeks ahead, because I would say month, but this is not going to take months. Hopefully we should have a good idea of who the next Bears head coach will be by the end of January. Because even if it's Ben Johnson, I mean, if it goes that long, then it's probably a good indication that Ben Johnson going to get the job. Because even if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, there'll probably be some handshake deal in place. So we'll know. I mean, that stuff's not going to be kept secret. Somebody will break that news at some point. So we'll know probably by the end of the month who the next Bears head coach will be, even if it's Ben Johnson and we got late. Actually, I would almost argue that the longer that this gets drawn out and we don't know, the more probable it will be that it's Ben Johnson, assuming that the Detroit Lions make a long run now. With their defense banged up and different things like that, they could have a stunning playoff exit. I doubt it. But if Detroit goes to the Super Bowl and we're still waiting to figure out who the next Bears head coach will be, it's probably going to be Ben Johnson. And right now, he's the early odds-on favorite. But let's talk about, let me go to these updates real quick. Let's talk about some of these updates that are going on here, because we do have some news, because the Bears have interviewed 5 candidates so far. I think, no, 4 or 5 people have been interviewed by the Chicago Bears so far. So far, we've completed an interview with Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel. We've completed an interview with Mike Kafka. We've also completed interviews with Anthony Weaver, and I feel like I'm missing one. But yeah, so it's Mike Kafka, Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel, and Anthony Weaver. Oh, and Drew Petzing. I forgot the man that looked like Dr. Evil. Drew Petzing. Right. Dr. Evil. So it's those 4 and Dr. Evil that we've completed coaching interview with. So there are some updates on the coaching interviews. Now, I don't know how the hell this information got out into the public, but there's some information out there. And the first thing that I want to talk about real quick is Mike Vrabel. Now, let me see if I can find it. I can't find it all the time. I have everything ready, y'all. And then, oh, here we go. Oh, I had it. Here we go. The wrong thing. Okay. So, numero uno update. The Mike Vrabel interview went fantastic, according to this Twitterer, Kevin, who, like I said, broken news in the past, and he had some notes on other interview. But right here, Mike Vrabel, fantastic interview, had a solid plan for what the team needs in order to succeed long term, plans to bring in high-level assistance. So according to him, the Mike Vrabel interview went well. Now, this information, obviously, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, because we don't know if it's 100% true or not. But however, the information about the Mike Vrabel interview going very well has come from multiple sources, not just Kevin. David Kapman of Cap and J Hood on ESPN also said that Mike Vrabel had a fantastic interview. So, is anybody surprised? It's Mike Vrabel. He is one of the leading candidates out there to be the head coach of the Chicago Bears. So, it's not surprising that his interview went well. Not to mention the fact that, again, he's been in his interview cycle before. He's been a head coach before. He's interviewed before. So, of course, he had a fantastic plan for the Bears and different things like that. Especially considering that I think Mike Vrabel was pretty high on the Bears. But, again, the thing about Mike Vrabel that we are all pretty much in agreement with at this point is that he's going to take the New England job unless Ben Johnson blows them away. And they are supposedly interviewing Ben Johnson this morning, today. It might be even happening now or might have already happened, but Ben Johnson is interviewing with the Patriots today. So unless Ben Johnson blows them away, Mike Vrabel will be the head coach of the New England Patriots by the end of this weekend. That is happening. Everybody in the league expects it to happen. The move that the Patriots have made, make sense. And why not? He played there. He won Super Bowls there. He had ties with people in that building. He's in their ring of honor. And yeah, it just makes too much sense to not hire Mike Vrabel if you're Robert Kraft. So again, the reason why I believe that Robert Kraft moved so quickly, especially as it relates to the Rooney Rule interview that he did with Byron Leftwich and Pep Hamilton, the reason why Kraft wanted to move so quickly is because he wanted to hire Mike Vrabel. Because who else are you going to move that quickly for? Mike Vrabel is the only guy that you can legitimately hire right now because he's not employed by any NFL team. If Robert Kraft wanted to hire Ben Johnson, he couldn't even do it right now because Ben Johnson is in the playoffs and he would have to wait until Ben Johnson got eliminated or won a Super Bowl before he can even hire him. So why would you move that fast to hire somebody that you can't even hire right now? It's because he wants Mike Vrabel. And Mike Vrabel had a fan. I'm pretty sure, apparently he met with Patriot brass in Boston. It wasn't even in Foxborough, but again, you don't really need to meet him in Foxborough because he's been there. He played there. He knows what that situation looks like. He's been in that building. He knows. And thank you, Plank. I appreciate you, my dude. So cool story behind this, and I could probably show you guys this too. Let me see if I can pull the tweet up. Let me duplicate this. Yeah. So the hoodie, right? This hoodie is the one that I've seen Cap wear on the air on the YouTube channel when he's doing his radio show. I've seen him wear it before, and I had asked Cap in the past about a cap he was wearing, right? And here's my tweet here. I had asked Cap in the past about let me go back here, zoom out. I asked him in the past about a cap that he was wearing, and he told me where to get the cap. So I saw him wear the hoodie, as you can see him wearing in the picture there, and it's the same hoodie I have on right now. And I didn't want to bug him again, so I just Google lensed the hoodie, and I found out where it came from. So I went to the store and I got one. But Cap is cool, so he saw my tweet. He responded. He said, "Enjoy it, man. Ask anytime." I said, "Appreciate you, my dude." And then he followed me on Twitter. So shout out to David Kapman. I don't know if you'll ever see this video, but I appreciate you being so gracious with your time. I know you're a busy dude, so thank you. And bro, your fashion sense as it relates to Bears gear, chef kiss, my guy. So this hoodie is because I saw David Kaplan wear it, and I wanted it, and I had it, and now I got it. So that's where we're at. But Mike Vrabel is going to be the head coach of the New England Patriots sooner rather than later, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people. So that is happening. Now, this dude Kev had other updates as it relates to interviews that have been done by the Bears. So let's take a look. Next up, Drew Petzing, Dr. Evil. Apparently, Dr. Evil had a bad interview. Plan was not clear or structured. You can cross them off the list. No one was impressed by any means. Now, again, I don't know if Kevin information is factual or he's making it up. But apparently he broke news in the past that has been accurate. So I'm just taking it for what it is. That's why I'm telling you all everything that I say in this particular live stream, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just going off a theme, people that have had news in the past. But the Mike Vrabel stuff has been corroborated by David Kaplan himself. So apparently Vrabel had an amazing interview, but Petzing apparently had a bad interview. I don't know. This is the only person I've seen say this about Petzing, so who knows? Anthony Weaver. Solid overall interview, but did not have the best plan regarding Caleb's development, and that's an automatic no. Anthony Weaver already went into the interview with a strike against him because he's a defensive coordinator, which means he would be a defensive-minded head coach. Chicago has been said to be looking for an offensive-minded personality, but obviously they're going to be open to interviewing everybody. I mean, they're looking like 16, 17 deep. So even though they're looking for an offensive mind, they're going to give defensive minds a chance to interview. But if you don't have a plan for Caleb Williams, you're dead in the water. So Anthony Weaver, dead in the water, not getting hired. However, we need to be careful here. And this is something I probably should have mentioned in my video, but I have not mentioned, but I'll mention it to you now since I'm here. All of these names that are being interviewed by the Bears might not necessarily be getting interviewed for the head coaching job. Now, I know you're like, Vite, what are you talking about? They're head coaching interviews. Yes, they are all interviewing for the head coach opening. However, we all know that there's a good amount of these names that will probably be fluff, meaning that they're just getting interviewed to get interviewed. But some of these people could end up on the coaching staff of whoever gets hired. So these interviews might be some of that as well. And Anthony Weaver might be a person that got interviewed because he could be somebody that will be on the coaching staff of the potential new head coach, whoever that might be. Now, apparently Anthony Weaver has some connections to Todd Monken, who is the offensive coordinator of the Ravens right now. And he's also been scheduled for an interview with the Bears. So if the Bears were to hire Monken as the new head coach, Anthony Weaver could be somebody that will be on his staff as defensive coordinator. So some of these interviews are just connecting those dots as well. So we gotta be aware of that stuff too. So yeah, and to your point, Plank, yeah, I think it is cool that he responded. He responded to me a couple of times. So shout out again to Dave Kapman. Cool dude. Love listening to him and his opinions on ESPN 1000. So shout out Cap. Shout out to you. All right, let's keep going with these updates here. The last one, oh no, that was it. That was it. Okay. No, we got other ones. Okay, so let me go find the other stuff. Oh, Pete Carroll's interview. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about Pete Carroll's interview because apparently we got information on that. So according to Sam, Poles is not him. Pete Carroll. Wait a minute, this is not the one I want. Wait, why is it? What the? Wait a minute. Okay, that's not the wrong tweet. Here we go. I'm looking at the wrong. All right. So the Bears expected more from a potential Hall of Fame coach. Carroll planned for assistant felt weaker than Vrabel, though his approach to developing Caleb sounded promising. Overall, he was mediocre at best. Now, I find that hard to believe, fam. I find it hard to believe that Pete Carroll had a mediocre interview. We're talking about Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll not only has won a Super Bowl in the NFL, but he's also won a national championship in college football. So I don't know how he can have a mediocre interview when he is a Super Bowl winning head coach and an NCAA national championship head coach. Like, he's going to the Hall of Fame for coaches. One day, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But apparently, his assistants were not the best. And, I mean, that part I could believe because he was the one who employed Shane Waldron as his offensive coordinator in Seattle. So, I mean, I guess that part is easy to believe because he had Shane Waldron on the staff at one point. But I don't know. So apparently, Pete Carroll will not be considered. I don't know. Again, Sam has broke news in the past, so he does have some credibility here. But again, like I said earlier, all of this stuff, take with a grain of salt because we don't know if the information is viable or not. But these are people that have broken news in the past, so that's where we're at. And again, you can do that information what you will. Next on the list, let's see what else. I know we got some more information here. Let's see. Where we got? We got Pete Carroll. We got. All right. Oh, we got some. Wait. Hold on. We have other news as it relates to Kevin Warren and Ryan Poles from my man Gary here. So Gary. What? Okay, so let me. Let me zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in. Give me a second, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can zoom in for y'all because this is kind of small. All right. So Gary says that Poles is frustrated by the process that Warren is making him do. Warren thinks it's like interviewing vendors for seats in the new stadium and doesn't understand the timelines here. Yeah. And then down here, somebody commented, the Poles thinking too many candidates. Though I thought I read somewhere it may have been from you that Johnson and Poles guy, but Warren is still making them go through an intrusive process, an intensive process, basically leaving alone. So yeah. So by all accounts that I've seen on Twitter and different things like that, Ryan Poles wants Ben Johnson. But Kevin Warren and George McCaskey want to interview everybody, to be sure. Ultimately, what I think will happen with this search, and again, you can come back to this video and peg me on it. If I'm wrong, you can label me wrong or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, this is what I think will happen. Ryan Poles is the point person on this Bears head coaching search. He is the one. He is the man. He is going to decide the next head coach. But Kevin Warren is going to have input. But ultimately, Ryan Poles is going to have the final decision on who the Bears' next head coach will be, no matter how many people they interview. And that is going to happen because George McCaskey loved Ryan Poles. I mean, loved that man like a son. He loves Ryan Poles like a son, dude. So if Ryan Poles wants Ben Johnson, it don't matter what Kevin Warren said. If Ryan Poles wants Ben Johnson, then George McCaskey is going to make sure that Ryan Poles has Ben Johnson. Period. End of discussion. Kevin Warren can poo-poo it. He can be against it. And not saying that he is, but he can poo-poo it. He can be against it all he wants. But ultimately, George McCaskey is going to make sure that Ryan Poles gets what he wants. And Ryan Poles got to live on that hill. Hopefully it goes well for him, for the sake of all of us and Ryan Poles. And then we'll go from there. But if Ben Johnson is truly his guy, then Ryan Poles will have every resource that he needs to get Ben Johnson in the building and be the next head coach. That's where I'm at with that. All right, Plank says, Poles is a legend. I get it, but I do not want to be doing this again in 3 to 5 years. I agree. But we all know that Ryan Poles ain't going nowhere. They're not going to fire him. So it's his game. We are in Ryan Poles' world. We are living in it. And we just got to hope that he gets it right. But by all accounts, he wants Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is the hottest name in the cycle. And I know, Plank, that you don't really agree with Ben Johnson per se, but this is where we're at. Oh, I'll make sure of the content. I'll make sure of the comment here. He says, Pete is a legend. I get it, but I do not. Oh, he said Pete is a legend. Oh, Lord. Why did I say Poles? Oh, he said Pete. Damn. I'm like, wait. What's going on? My bad. I can't read. Oh, that's a live stream fail, bro. That's a live streaming fail. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. Okay. I don't know why I read Poles when it clearly said Pete. My bad, guy. My bad. But yeah, Pete is a legend. To your point, Pete Carroll is definitely a legend. Oh my God. It's too early, man. It's too early, bro. Pete is a legend. He will be a Hall of Famer. But I'm with you. I don't want him as head coach of the Chicago Bears. If he was like 20 years younger, all day, give me Pete Carroll. But I want somebody here that's going to be here for at least 10 years. Hopefully, if he's good enough to be here 10 years, I want a Mike Tomlin type that could be here for 10, 20 years and establish a sustained culture of winning and success with the Bears. I don't want somebody that's going to be gone in probably 5 years because he's too old. And again, I understand that Pete Carroll is the man, and he has a resume that nobody else will have in his interview. Like, Pete Carroll will have the best resume of anybody that interviewed for the job, period. Nobody that they talk to will have a better resume than Pete Carroll. But he's 73 years old. And if he's 73 years old, how long can he realistically do the job? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. My God, that was terrible. All right, let's see. Oh, he said, Plank said, my choice is Johnson and Saleh is DC. That would be cool, although Saleh is getting DC interviews at other places. I think somebody else interviewed him recently for a DC job, so he might not be around to take the DC job if Ben Johnson gets hired, but I would love that. That would be amazing. All right, we got our bro. He said, I never caught your name. Bro, have you not watched the video? At the beginning of every video, I say, welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe. So you can call me Vipe, bro. It's literally in the video. At the beginning of every video, I say, this your boy Vipe. Come on, man. Come on, bro. But it's all good, man. It's all good. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're having a good Friday. Appreciate you dropping in. Hopefully you're doing well. Jeff says, George McCaskey needs to let Ryan Poles do his job, stop meddling. Since George loved Poles so much, Poles needs to be a consultant at his age. Oh, Pete needs to be a consultant at his age. See, I read Pete. See, this white text is confusing me on my white hoodie, so it's kind of confusing. But Pete, yeah, if they want to bring in Pete Carroll as a consultant, I am all in. I don't think Pete Carroll wants to do that. I think he really wants to get back in coaching. But if he wants to be a consultant and he's cool with that, absolutely, I'm all for that. Please, yes, Jeff, yes, let's do that. But if for head coach, no. And again, I don't think George is going to meddle when in the search. A lot of people are mad that George is going to be in the room, but George signs the paycheck. Of course he's going to be in the room. Get over it. It isn't what it is. But I don't think he's going to meddle. I think the real deterrent in this head coaching search is going to be Kevin Warren, if he is a deterrent. Kevin Warren is the problem, y'all. It's not George McCaskey. I think Kevin Warren might be a bigger problem than George McCaskey. But again, I think he's going to go over Kevin Warren's head because George McCaskey loves Ryan Poles. So again, he's going to make sure Ryan Poles has what he needs and what he wants. So Kevin Warren don't have to like it, but he will have to let Ryan do what Ryan do. And if it works, hey, cool. If it don't work, Ryan Poles will be fired in 3 years and we'll be doing it again. So it is what it is. But it's Ryan Poles' ball game, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about that. Let's see. Plank that he will probably go back to the Niners. Yeah, the Niners interviewed him, I think, for their DC opening, Robert Saleh. So Robert Saleh probably going to be in the Niners staff next year, probably. But hey, if not, then go get him, Ben Johnson. Go get him for sure. Brokey says, I've warmed up to Carroll. We need someone to start the culture shift. When that happens, we can promote his predecessor from inside. Yeah, I guess, but Caleb Williams has been through enough change already. The man lost a head coach, he lost a coordinator, and now he gone through too much change. I just want him to have a constant. I want him to have a constant force that will be there with him to help him grow and mature. So I get the whole succession plan if you bring in Pete Carroll and whatnot, and that's cool. But I just want Caleb to have some stability. So give me somebody that can grow and mature with Caleb Williams. That's why I'm so hoping that it is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is 38. He's damn good at what he does. He'll be around for a long while, and him and Caleb can grow together and mature together, and they can figure it out, and we can just take this program to new heights. I think if Ben Johnson's the choice. But I'm also not against Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is a dude. I just think that he's going to New England. But if there's any chance that the Bears can land on Mike Vrabel, he's my 1B. Ben Johnson is 1A. Mike Vrabel is 1B in my opinion. And here's the thing, right? So the Raiders, before I go into more updates or whatever the case may be, right? The Raiders just fired their GM, right? So now they have a head coach and GM opening. And I think some people say, well, that might be more appealing to Ben Johnson because he could bring in his own person, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell y'all something real quick. And I know this is going to be biased and arrogant, but I don't care. We are the Chicago Bears. We have Caleb Williams. We have $82 million in salary cap. We have 3 premium draft picks in the top 41. We have a devoted fan base who will make you a god if you win a Super Bowl in Chicago. If you can't get your top candidate at the Chicago Bears, your whole front office should be fired into the sun today. They should be fired. I don't want to hear, the Raiders job or the Patriots job or the Jaguar job. Oh, no. I don't want to hear any of that garbage. We are the Chicago Bears, a charter franchise. One of the most important franchises in the entire damn NFL, whether we're doing good or bad, Bear fans show up. And the Bear franchise is one of the most important franchises in the league. If you can't get your top candidate, you have failed as a front office, period. I don't want no excuses, bro. There are no excuses. You have the money, you have the means, you have the history, you have the fan base, you have the resources to get better. Go get your top candidate. If that's Ben Johnson, go get Ben Johnson. If it's Mike Vrabel, go get Mike Vrabel. Actually, I'll go this far. If the Bears come out of this head coach search without Mike Vrabel or Ben Johnson, they failed. You failed. Because those are clearly the top 2 names in the cycle. Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel. The Bears should come out of this with either Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel, bar none, period. I don't care if you're interviewing 2,500 people. I don't care. You go get Ben Johnson, you go get Mike Vrabel, and let's turn this damn thing around. You are the damn Chicago Bears. There is no excuse for getting a lesser candidate than the top candidates out there when you're the Chicago Bears. You're up against the Patriots? Stop it. The Jaguars? Are you kidding me? For the Raiders? What? Man, miss me with this garbage. You're the Chicago damn Bears. Go get who you want. You should be able to pluck and take who you want. Your opening is that good. Your franchise is that majestic. You should be able to get who you want as the Bears front office. Go get who you want. I am so damn tired of all these Bears media people out there saying, we might miss out on Johnson, so we have to settle for this candidate or that candidate. Why the hell do we have to miss out on anybody? We are the damn Chicago Bears. We shouldn't have to miss out on any damn body. We should literally have our choice of who we want. Now, in my Vrabel case, he has that connection to New England, so we all know he's going to take that job. But then you should get Ben Johnson, okay? There should be nothing stopping the Chicago Bears from landing Ben Johnson over the Raiders or the Jaguars. Are you kidding me with this? You can't be serious right now. There cannot be a serious conversation right now. You cannot tell me that the Chicago Bears are going to lose out on Ben Johnson to the Jaguars. Do you know how embarrassing that would be? That would be next level embarrassing. To lose out to Ben Johnson to the Jaguars. I don't care how rich Shad Khan is. It makes no difference. You're the Chicago Bears. Anyway, let me go back to these comments, bro. Man. Okay, let me go back here. Okay. All right, Brokey says, Warren was supposedly the reason why Harbaugh didn't get any run here. I don't know. I mean, there's some conflicting reports on that. I don't know. But that's water under the bridge. It's in the past. We can't do anything about it. Harbaugh's he's in LA now, so it is what it is. He also says maybe whoever is OC under Carroll for 3 to 4 years becomes the predecessor. Maybe. Again, that is a plan, but I don't know. I'd just rather have somebody as head coach who is the play caller that will be here for a long period of time. But if that's what they decide to do, then he better have a damn good OC lined up for sure. And he also says, I like Vrabel too, and I agreed he's going to New England. Yeah. Again, that's my only thing. I understand that Mike Vrabel is going to New England. Again, you did not move as quickly in this process as you did if you're New England if Mike Vrabel was not the target. Ben Johnson is not their target. Yes, they're interviewing him because they want to have the appearance of doing a thorough search. But ultimately, at the end of the day, they want Mike Vrabel, and they're going to get Mike Vrabel, period. So that will leave Chicago Ben Johnson. And I don't care what other opening is out there. You should be able to go get Ben Johnson. I'm sorry. Easy. Like, what are we talking about here? But let me make sure I ain't got more updates out here. Let me see here. Okay, we got there. Okay. Let's see. Wait. We got me. Make sure I'm not missing anything. What? Why is it not showing up? There we go. All right. So just some more clarity from Sam on Twitter about what I want you to talk about with Poland and Warren here. So Sam says there's been a lot of confusion of what Kevin actually does. Kevin Warren, is he pitching for the stadium? Is he hiring an XC, etc. Luckily, Ryan Poles still has the final say here and will not make a head coaching decision unless he's 100% behind it. I'm also told that if Poles and Warren were to have a disagreement on a candidate, Poles would get to hire him, but Warren could elongate the process by trying to strong arm the agent by lowering the money, which would just slow everything down. I don't even think I'm going to get that far, to be honest with you. Like I told y'all just now, if Ryan Poles wants somebody, then he's going to get that person because George McCaskey will ultimately make sure that Ryan Poles gets what he wants. I don't think Kevin Warren could be much of a factor, to be honest with you. Again, because Kevin Warren focuses the damn stadium, okay? I know that George McCaskey put the structure in place, that Poles has to report to Warren and all that jazz. I get all that. But ultimately, he's going to give Ryan Poles what he wants because he loves Ryan Poles. And if that means Ben Johnson, that's going to be Ben Johnson. If it means somebody else, it's going to be somebody else. But whatever the case, George McCaskey is going to make sure that Ryan Poles gets taken care of because that's his guy. That Ryan Poles is George McCaskey's guy. And we know how loyal George McCaskey is. He is loyal to a fault. So he'll take care of Ryan Poles in the situation. So I have no concerns about Ryan and Kevin fighting for a candidate. I have no concern. Ryan Poles is going to win that 10 out of 10 times, period. All right, Brokey says, we need a complete culture shift now, and that's part of the reason why I don't mind Carroll. Yeah, I agree. We definitely need a complete culture shift for sure. No doubt about it in my mind. Okay, let me go here real quick. All right, just a quick aside here. I appreciate y'all watching here. Thank you guys for tuning in for the live stream today. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Unfortunately, this channel is not monetized yet because I don't have the requisite requirement because I just started uploading like over a month ago. But you guys can still donate via PayPal if you're willing and able. I just posted the link in the chat for you guys to donate via PayPal if you want to do that. You're not required at all. But if you do want to help your boy out, especially since I got laid off 8 months ago and I'm trying to hang on by a thread and I just ran out of unemployment, so life is about to get real fun over here. So if you want to show some support and help your boy out, feel free considering to donate via PayPal. Again, you're not required. You don't have to, but if you feel like donating, whatever you could donate, no matter how big, how small, everything helps. So be sure to hit the link to the PayPal tip thing if you are willing and able. But just want to thank y'all for being here, hanging out, watching, And yeah, let's get back to the Bears stuff. Okay. Bronky says, Bears let Vrabel and Carroll leave without an offer. I think that because Bears don't want to hire either. But this is the Bears' messed up approach. They are indecisive. I think it's more of the Bears just want to make sure they interview everybody before they make a choice. I don't think it's that they don't want to hire them. I just think the Bears, again, like I said earlier, they want an intensive search. They want to hire they want to interview everybody. It's not that they don't want to hire them. They just want to interview everybody before they make a decision. Again, the reason why the Bears are doing all of this via Zoom, all their initial interviews via Zoom, is because they want to they want to interview everybody. They want to talk to everybody. So they want everybody to get a fair shake. And then once they dwindle that down to hopefully 5 or 7 names that they want to really take seriously, then they will fly those 5 or 7 names into Chicago to Highland Hall for more formal interviews. And then we'll see what happens after that. But, I mean, I'm not really worried about, I think, like I said in my video yesterday, I think the media is overreacting to the whole virtual interview thing. I don't think it's that big of a deal because ultimately when the Bears get serious about who they want, they will fly them into Highland Hall first class or on private jet, however that looks. That's going to happen. I mentioned in my video, Courtney Cronin wrote an article yesterday talking about how the Bears are going to make sure that their coaching candidates, the ones that they are serious about, have a first class experience, which means they will be flown in and it won't be an economy like they did to Dan Quinn back in 2021. Because I don't know how many of you all are aware, but the Chicago Bears made Dan Quinn come in to interview. They flew him in economy in a middle seat back in 2021. Not only that, they chose Matt Eberflus over Dan Quinn for the Bears coaching job back in 2021. Can you think about that for a minute, right? Just think about that. They chose Matt Eberflus over Dan Quinn for the job in 2021. So that's why a lot of us are like, can they really get this right? These are the same people that chose Dan Quinn or chose Matt Eberflus over Dan Quinn. Whew. Hopefully Ryan Poles learned a few lessons from that and he won't make that mistake again. Hopefully. We can only hope. All right. Let me make sure I ain't got any other news here. Okay. One last thing from Sam on Twitter here, and then we can have more conversation or whatever. All right. And it relates to Ben Johnson and the Raiders. So, according to Sam, who imposed not him on Twitter, he says that, I am told that the Raiders part owner Tom Brady and Ben Johnson share the same vision and philosophy. While Trustin Thornton see the Raiders as a dark horse, I am told that it is still a long shot they actually get it done. Ben has made it clear over and over that the Bears are his top choice. And he's a big fan of Caleb. However, the Bears can't assume he's there. Ben is perfectly fine heading to the Raiders. So, it kind of highlights what I've been saying. Ben Johnson wants to come to the Bears by all accounts. Ryan Poles wants Ben Johnson. So, there's nothing left here but for them to sit down, talk tomorrow, and just to get you all to know, Ben Johnson is interviewing with the Bears tomorrow morning. So, that's happening. So, once that happens, hopefully we'll have more information. But all that's left is for Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson to sit down and talk and iron everything out, make sure they're on the same page philosophically. And if that happens, it should be a done deal. I don't care how many people they're interviewing. Ben Johnson is the primary target. And as long as that interview goes well, the rest of these interviews are just fluff. They're fluff. We don't care. Just make sure the Ben Johnson interview goes well. And here's the thing about the Ben Johnson interview as well. It's not only Ryan Poles interviewing Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson interviewing Ryan Poles and the entire Bears organization. They have to put their best foot forward tomorrow morning. Otherwise, this could be a complete disaster. Now, the thing that I think a lot of us fans kind of overreact to, we hate Ryan Poles right now because of all the decisions that he's made and different things like that. But the NFL views Ryan Poles in a very favorable light. The NFL loves Ryan Poles. Executives around the league are very high on Ryan Poles. So I think that Ben Johnson, when he comes to this interview tomorrow, he has a high opinion of Ryan Poles. And obviously, he's taking the interview. So obviously, we know that Ben Johnson is very selective on the interviews that he takes. So obviously, he has to think very highly of Ryan Poles if he's willing to take the interview. But once that happens and they sit down and they talk and they vibe, get it done. Like, figure it out. Get it done. Now, obviously, yes, you still want to bring Ben Johnson into Highland Hall to talk to him and things like that, and that's going to happen. But, bro, I mean, we should be on the path to a contract tomorrow, bro. Like just like have a handshake agreement tomorrow, yo. Like yo, we good. We bring you in. You do like it. You cool. We signing you, bro. Let's go. So that's how I feel. All right, Plank says it goes back further than that. Even Pace wanted Dan Quinn and McCaskey gave him Fox. Oh well, damn. That's silliness. I don't think Georgia's going to meddle that much. I don't think Georgia's going to have that much of a play in it this time around because I think he's learned his lesson. So I'm not too worried about that. Again, like I said earlier, Georgia's going to give Ryan whoever he wants. If he wants Ben Johnson, Georgia's going to make sure he has Ben Johnson. If it's not Ben Johnson, if it's somebody else, then Poe's going to get whoever that is. Obviously, the city wants Ben Johnson. It's been reported from several people that Poe is enamored with Ben Johnson. So it seems like that's who he wants. Even though he has to go through this exhaustive search because of McCaskey and Warren, they want to make sure that they verily vet everybody. But Ryan Poles is said to want Ben Johnson. So, again, if that's what we want, then George McCaskey ultimately is going to sign the check, and we're going to have Ben Johnson as the next head coach of the Chicago Bears. And that's the move that they should make, in my opinion. But, we'll see what happens with that anyway. All right, cool. But, yeah, man. Those are the updates that I have for you guys today. It's heating up, bro. We already got 4 interviews down. The Ben Johnson is going to be interviewed tomorrow. Also, we're interviewing Aaron Glenn tomorrow from Detroit. So those interviews are happening tomorrow morning and tomorrow at night. Ben Johnson's interview with the Bears tomorrow morning. Aaron Glenn's interview with the Bears tomorrow night. So that's happening. But yeah, that is what's going on in Bears Twitter land. Now let me make sure I'm not missing anything else because the NFL is a fluid beast. And there's always news every hour on the hour. So let me just go through my Twitter real quick and make sure I'm not missing anything in particular. I don't think I am. Doesn't look like anything else is going on. And I think we are doing the thing. Again, the Patriots are allowing Ben Johnson to interview because they want to make the appearance of having done a full-on search. But ultimately, like I said to you guys, they want Mike Vrabel. And once the Ben Johnson interview gets done today, if they're not blown away, they're going to take Mike Vrabel. And I mean, everybody in the league, this whole Mike Vrabel to the Patriots is like the worst kept secret in the league. Everybody knows Mike Vrabel is going to take that Patriots job probably. Now again, like I told you guys earlier, he had a great interview with the Bears, and I think he will be open to coming to the Bears, but not over New England, not with the history that he has there. So I think he more likely than not that he's going to New England. So that's happening. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Plank, thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you watching. So thank you for dropping in. But do you guys have any other questions or comments before I let you go here? Probably still gonna make a video today at some point because I definitely want to end the week on a video. So even though I went live today, I'm probably gonna make a video. Just gotta figure out what it's gonna be about and do that. But yeah. Appreciate y'all hopping in for the live stream. So let me know if you have any other last minute questions, comments. Feel free to drop them in the chat before I let you guys go. But if not, then we are going to land the plane here. But I just want to thank you guys again for being here, hanging out. It's pretty cool that even though the channel is small as it is, you guys show up when I go live. So I appreciate it. Always good to talk to y'all. Brokey, Plank, Jeff was here. Appreciate all of y'all dropping in, dropping your insights and your thoughts. Again, it wouldn't be fun if I was talking to myself. So I appreciate y'all being here and providing your insights on all things Chicago Bears. But all right, I don't see any other questions or comments, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys again. Enjoy your Friday. Be kind, be safe out there. And let's go get Ben Johnson and bear down.